Seamus Blackley, one of the OG creators of Xbox, just said karma's a bitch in reference to the Activision Blizzard acquisition at Microsoft. He's calling out Bobby Kotick in particular, and his comments have racked over 1 million views. He's basically saying, hey, Activision, you've made tons of mistakes. Bobby Kotick made tons of mistakes, so karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. That's what he's basically saying. And it makes me laugh. And I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. Now, his comments have racked up over 1 million views here recently. He said this over on Twitter. And just a brief overview, Microsoft just finalized the Activision Blizzard deal. It's through. It's finalized. And as a result, we've been getting all kinds of hot takes, and this is one of my favorite because Seamus Blackley, again, one of the original guys over at Xbox that really is credited with helping to make Xbox happen, the OG Xbox, and he said karma's a bitch. Which is hilarious. So let's take a look at his tweet here real quick. Let's read the article here at purexbox.com, and then we'll take a look at the tweet. This past Friday marked an important milestone in the history of Xbox as Microsoft closed the acquisition of Activision Blizzard, and original Xbox co-creator Seamus Blackley had some words to share. Following the announcement, Blackley took to Twitter, I called it Quitter. Blackley took to Twitter to point out karma involved in Activision CEO Bobby Kotick selling the company to Microsoft, highlighting stories from the past where he'd pitched a couple of projects to Kotick unsuccessfully. Here's what he had to say. Here's his tweet right here. When we pitched Guitar Hero to Bobby, he told us nobody would ever stock it and turned it down, only to then buy it later. I reminded him that he'd literally said that to me about Xbox only a few years before, and he laughed. Now he's being bought by Xbox. Karma is a bitch. And this is him responding to the Activision Blizzard news that Bobby Kotick released a statement about it. He said karma's a bitch. Clearly these two have a history. There is no doubt that there's a history there at all. Someone tried to defend him. Brian Fiddler says, to be fair, time is a particular way of handling skeptics. Bill Gates famously thought nobody would ever need a hard drive larger than 20 megs. Seamus said there's a gulf of difference between being wrong and shutting down an idea and being wrong while enabling one. Ooh, there is no love lost here at all. Chota Boy says, sadly, he will cry all the way to the bank. Anyway, Seamus said, well, yeah, he's already wealthy. It's not being the boss that will torment him. Believe me. No love lost here at all. We also learned that Seamus was actually pitching Guitar Hero for a friend, where he said, I was just pitching this, I was doing a favor for a friend. But Activision, Guitar Hero is one of the games that is coming back, that Xbox, or at least rumors are, is coming back here to the Xbox with the Activision Blizzard acquisition. And so it's kind of ironic here that Bobby Kotick and Activision said no now both to Guitar Hero, only to later then produce Guitar Hero. And also Xbox. The role is reversed here as Xbox now absorbs Activision Blizzard. So Seamus Blackley, karma is a bitch. He's not wrong. Eventually you will get yours. So the bigger picture here with the acquisition is this a monopoly move? A lot of people are saying this is a monopoly move by Xbox. We covered some of that yesterday with PC Gamer. I don't think it is. I think that what Xbox is doing is enabling themselves to be successful with the subscription service platform that they're building with Game Pass. We participate with all of our media, with all of our entertainment media via subscription services now, whether it's music, whether it's movies, for instance. Why shouldn't gaming be the same? And that's what's happening here with the acquisition. Now, obviously, there's going to be sides picked. We covered one of those news stories yesterday. If you haven't watched it, go check it out, where PC Gamer basically said, this is wrong. Fun fact, they're wrong. So I do think that this is the right move. I think the bigger picture here is to have games like Guitar Hero, like Call of Duty, like World of Warcraft and StarCraft over on your Game Pass subscription service. that sets you apart and says, hey, the best value in gaming is not only here, we have everything right here. Sure, you can buy these games on other platforms and pay the full $60 that it costs to purchase those games, or you can pay $16 a month and have these games as part of a wider library of a game subscription service. I think it's going to be absolutely huge. I think it's going to be ginormous. Now, let's talk Bobby Kotick. Bobby Kotick, what is his future? So far, he's remaining the CEO at Activision until the end of the year. He was broiled in scandal with all of the stuff that came out with Activision Blizzard, so he will be leaving. However, what happens next to him? Does he stay relevant in the gaming space, or does he go off and become unrelevant here? Seamus Blackley, it seems, he seems to think, I think he would say, and I'm putting words in his mouth here based on these tweets, I think he would say he should become irrelevant here. This seems like this is when the knives come out. The knives are coming out here, so clearly no love lost between Seamus Blackley and Bobby Kotick. Bobby Kotick, being the CEO of Activision Blizzard, though, he's not going away anytime soon. He'll pop up, I'm sure, somewhere else. Where he lands will be interesting. It's interesting now where Phil Spencer takes Activision Blizzard from here. What do we see come out from Activision Blizzard with this acquisition? What does BlizzCon look like? Does Microsoft take a bigger role with BlizzCon? Does BlizzCon become a Microsoft-centric event, for instance? No, I think BlizzCon will always remain BlizzCon. It's too successful not to just remain BlizzCon. However, I think we're going to get some big announcements from an event like BlizzCon. Hey, this is coming on Game Pass. Hey, here's our future plans with World of Warcraft on consoles, for instance. I think we're going to see World of Warcraft on consoles. I don't think that's a question. I think that's just a matter of time. So, final take here. Will this acquisition make or break the gaming industry? I think it's absolutely going to make Xbox for sure. I think Seamus Blackley here is venting clearly. Clearly, he's not a fan of Bobby Kotick. There's a lot of people that aren't, especially with all of the hubbub that has surrounded some of the missteps at Activision Blizzard, the way that they handled stuff. So, would love to know what you think. Are you on Team Seamus or on Team Bobby? Let me know. Personally, I don't know either of them personally, obviously. But what I do know, I'm taking Seamus all the way. I'm on Team Seamus right now. So let me know. Team Seamus, Team Bobby. Let me know in the comments below. Karma's a bitch. Hey, long story short, karma is absolutely a bitch. And this makes me laugh. I would love to know what you guys think. Team Seamus, Team Bobby. What do you think happens with Activision Blizzard? Do you think World of Warcraft comes to Xbox? I do. I 1,000% do. That's kind of a side question, but I really want to know Team Seamus, Team Bobby. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, if you like what we're doing here, we've got daily Xbox video. We cover all things Xbox right here on this channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. Love hanging out with you guys, and I'll see you next time.